2017 has been the year of the indie titles. Massive successes abound. Indies is the new AAA. You're bound to hear about these top 10 indie games as you get back into the classroom this year. Life is Strange Before the Storm. Life is Strange was a runaway hit. Released in the episodic format, perhaps popularized best by Telltale Games, the original was so popular the publisher Square Enix quickly got to work with Deck 9 with the sequel, which is more or less a prequel, Life is Strange Before the Storm. The game brings us back to the life of Chloe, and things get pretty crazy pretty quickly. Episode 1 of this Choose Your Own Adventure indie game was released in late August. Absolver. What if you could bring complex martial arts fighting action, player combat, and an open world? Well, if you brought that all together, you get Absolver. Absolver is floating a bit under the radar right now, but I'm sure that's not going to last very long. Absolver allows you to customize your combat abilities by selecting from cards and adding them to your combat deck. The game focuses greatly on the character traits and flaws and growth as you try to find your place in the collapsed empire that you inhabit. It's a solid martial arts game with an engaging open world and some cool customization. The Escapist 2. You've done something bad, really bad, and now you found yourself in prison. Again. The Escapist 2 is the follow-up to, The Escapist, of course. The difference between The Escapist and the sequel, The Escapist 2, can be summed up pretty much thusly. More. More prisons, more things to do, more ways to escape. They've also added some multiplayer functions such as co-op and versus modes. The Escapist was widely popular and a breakthrough indie game for its unique angle. Comedy Night. Have you ever wanted to be a comedian? Well, you probably suck at it. But now, you can find out for sure while performing in front of a live audience and fellow gamers. Comedy Night uses your actual mic and mouth as you test your comedic prowess in a comedy lounge setting. Live listeners can vote you off the stage, encourage you, or heckle you as you perform alone or in a comedy battle against someone else. This is a new indie game for sure, and it opens up some pretty neat possibilities for future titles. West of Loathing. Talk about indie. This slapstick, stick figure game is all about the giggles. West of Loathing is a spiritual follow-up to the Kingdom of Loathing and continues to focus on entertainment as you explore a gag-filled adventure in the wild, wild west. It may not be the most popular game you're going to hear about this school year, but it may just be the one to elicit that side-splitting, knee-slapping laughter you've been waiting for. Slime Rancher. You've probably already heard of this one. It's been all over the YouTube on some of the biggest channels out there. Its position as an indie titan is well earned though, as it's still one of the most widely played Steam games so many months after its early access and full release. There are still more updates to be had though, and I have a feeling that every update will bring thousands of players back and thousands more buying the game for the first time. The Long Dark. Indie survival is alive and well, and The Long Dark does it very, very well. It's often utterly terrifying, not due to gimmicky jump scares, or dark endless hallways, or human-shaped demon creatures, but because death always seems to be just one misstep away. The Long Dark has been an early release for a while, and only recently has been released in its more complete form. It's been seen all across the corners of the internet, and has repopularized the hardcore survival genre for indie gamers. Players Unknown Battlegrounds. Well, we know you've heard about this game before. If getting 100 people in an ever-shrinking map and providing them with weapons, armor, and explosives is something that gets your blood pumping, PUBG is the most successful and widely played arena game on the market. You might say it was likely influenced by the success of games such as The Culling, H1Z1 King of the Hill, and DayZ, but Players Unknown has finally achieved what the others could not do: extreme and wide popularity. Ark, Survival Evolved. Now Ark is another one that's not really new on the scene, but its continued popularity is quite impressive. With many mods being designed and constant updates and improvements, Ark has remained on the minds of survival lovers and dinosaur gamers. Ark has brought back the desire for solid survival games and introduced some pretty cool dinosaur dynamics. The Isle and Sarion are two other survival games that seem to have gotten some tips from Ark, as both allow you to play a survival style mode as the dinosaurs themselves. Rock of Ages 2. One thing we often see with indie games is personality. Rock of Ages 2 is a sequel to the well-received Rock of Ages and continues the trend of hilarity and uniqueness that the first one coined so well. Rock of Ages 2 may not be the most popular of the new indie games available, but it certainly has the most personality. Crush your enemies, literally, while enjoying the historical, hilarious story and entertaining gameplay. Now, by no means are these the only indie games you'll be hearing about this fall, but they are some of the best. If you think I forgot something, go ahead and let me know that in the comment section down below. If you love indie games, consider subscribing to the channel and joining me for some more adventures. Thanks guys, and as always, peace out.